So, but everybody, welcome to the call. It's been a couple weeks since I've seen everyone, and so I missed you guys last week. I think Mike did a fantastic job on the call. I heard good things. How's everybody doing?
Fantastic.
All right. Good deal. Good deal. Well, I'm very excited tonight to share with you guys a few things. Hey, Johnny, how are you doing?
I am good.
All right.
How are
All
you?
right. I'm good. Welcome to the call, Lucas. Good to have you here on the team call tonight. What we're going to do is very excited because we have our SummerSlam event going on this Wednesday and Thursday, and just want to kind of go over a few housekeeping items, a few things to remind you that the ones that are going to remind you. So you can have a clear head, so you can get what you want to get out of the event, so it can be a success for you. But before we do that, just a couple of things. We do have sales meeting tomorrow, Tuesday, 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Central Time. So
Hey, no sales meeting tomorrow.
no sales meeting tomorrow. Dang it. Okay.
Pretty sure that's what Fitz said.
Yeah, that's what I remember him saying too.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was just a test. I just wanted to check and see if y'all were listening. Very good. All right. So no sales meeting tomorrow. Have the day to go run as much business as possible because the next 2 days we're going to be in some meetings. So, and I just wanted to talk to you guys about what does it mean to go to an event, and how do you learn from an event? How do you go into an event and come out a different person and go out and do things that you haven't done before and have success that you haven't done before? Well, a couple of things that I've always done that have helped me, helped a lot of people as we've gone through the years and as we've grown in this business, is just writing down before you go to the event. Write down 2 or 3 things that you would like to get out of the event, or things that you want to change about yourself. Maybe it's instead of $200 a week, I want to start doing $400 a week. Maybe it's you want to come out of the convention with a new schedule. Maybe it's you have a certain dollar amount you want to make before the end of the year. Maybe it is you want to hit the trip. You want to hit the trip. You want to hit the extension. You want to grow a team. Whatever it is, please write a few things down. Feel free to chat with us about them as we get there, before we get there, after we get there. Being able to tell other people what you are shooting for is probably one of the most important things about you being able to get there. Is if you wrote it down, if you told someone that cares about you what it was, then you're going to work harder to get there. And I was reading in this book by Carol Dweck. It's called Mindset, The New Psychology of Success. And it talks about the fixed mindset and the open mindset and how it affects our relationships. And this is so, I think it was just, it's so, makes sense for what we're about to go through in this meeting in the next couple of days in this week. It talks about, and it talks about whether it's in a love relationship or a business relationship or any type of relationship. But when people maybe they had success and then they didn't have success, or they fell down from their success, what was the difference maker in how they dealt with it was they asked him a couple of things. They said, you know, what did this mean to you and how did you handle it? And what were you hoping for? And so it talks about, and this, bear with me for a minute. I'm telling you the story because, and then I want to get to the point, which is what's going to help you either today, tomorrow, anywhere in your life. But when people had the fixed mindset, they felt judged and labeled by rejection. They felt permanently labeled. It was though a verdict had been, you know, handed down on them. And whatever that verdict was, whether it's unsuccessful, whatever you've been through in your life to get you to where you are today. And because of their fixed mindset, that gave them no recipe for healing. And then all they could do was hope to hurt the person who inflicted it on them. So that means they were looking for revenge. Revenge was a word that came up. And I just think that sometimes in our own minds, we do it to ourselves, not so much we're looking for revenge for other people, but maybe you've had success and you've had failures prior to this in your life. But what it talks about how to make the best and how to get through it is to have a growth mindset. And what does that mean? When people that have a growth mindset, they just did not feel permanently labeled. Because of it, they tried to learn something useful about themselves and something they could bring towards, you know, their future for having a better experience. And they knew how to move on and embrace that future. And so it talks about how do you do that? How do you have an open mindset is when you go to start something new, start a new job, start a new career, or go into a meeting open-minded, being able to take notes, being able to try some new things, look at what other people have done and go, okay, wow, if this person could do it, then I can do it. And so that's kind of what I wanted to go through. It amazes me every time I open a book, every time I read some pages, there's always something that's going to help you, remind you of what you need to do to help you get to the next step. So the point of the meeting is to help you get 6 months along faster than you would have been. And that's what these meetings do. They really give you a jump start. They really get you moving and focused on the right things that you need to focus on for your business to get you to the next step. So I kind of wanted to, give you those words of wisdom. Take lots of notes. Talk to the people when you hear stories, when you look at who's talking up at the front of the room. Go out and meet those people. The whole entire Fitz group is a wonderful family, and they're there to help all of you. So I want you to take the bits and pieces. Maybe there's somebody up front that you can connect with on some level. Maybe they've been through some things that you've been through. Go talk to them. Get their phone number. Make a friend. Take a picture with them. Use that content that you take pictures, social media, to get you excited and to help you get to that next 90-day meeting. Because we go from meeting to meeting, growing and learning, and helping us get from that next step to the next step. Just to get you baby steps to get you further along, whether it's 5 sales a week, 10 sales a week, 3 sales a week. Maybe it's hiring 2 people this month. Maybe it's hiring 10 people this month. But it's all getting us back on track. And the opportunity that we have is unbelievable. You'll see when you go to the meeting this week, you'll see what people have been doing for the past 15, 20 years in our business. These are people that are just like you. They're not perfect. They've made a ton of mistakes. I've made probably more mistakes than anybody on this call, and I'm not afraid to say it. And it's the only way that you're going to get there. So it's just like riding a bike. You're going to have to fall a few times. You're going to have to be okay with that. And just embracing that part of it is really half the battle. And so we all get stuck in our own habits, good, bad, or indifferent. Some of us have better habits than others. Doesn't matter where you are today. What matters is your mindset going into tomorrow, going into where we are, going into being grateful of what you have today, but knowing that tomorrow can be better because your future is at the palm of your hands. It's right there. It's a lot closer than you think it is. And things can change in your business a lot faster than you think they can. But it starts with believing in our business and believing what we have to offer. I'm super excited. Stephanie was on the call just a moment ago. I think she still is. And I want to introduce Stephanie to the team. Stephanie's been with us probably 4 or 5 years now. She's part-time, and she is a full-time RN. I want you to, Stephanie, please introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about, I know you were going to speak last week. We ran out of time. I'm sorry about that. But speak to the team a little bit about some of the things you've been doing recently, because I think it's amazing. Stephanie is one of those people. It's what you're always looking for in someone. She has a drive. She doesn't let anything stop her. And it's just, I want you to talk. I just want you to talk to him, Stephanie.
I'm here. I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
Great. Tell us,
Okay.
tell us how long you've been in the business, and what you did. I know it was last week, but just tell us a little bit about what your week was. And I want you to just be able to encourage everyone on our team.
Well, I'll just say that, trials and tribulations is something we can all account for this last year and a half, right? So we've all had to get over a lot of things, and that little angel in my profile picture is one of them. We've been through
How long ago?
ups and downs and everything. I'm sorry. I've been with the group for 4 years. I'm Director Mike and Michelle. I'm out of Houston, Texas, and I love every single second of the family that we have here. And then I was going into the trials and tribulations. It's one of the things that we've all had to deal with this year. And for instance, I am a first responder, ER nurse, and it wasn't last week, it was the week before. I worked over 102 hours.
How do you even work over 102 hours in 1 week? There's like only 168 hours in the week. Is that right?
Yeah, I think so. So I don't know. I slept during sometimes of my shifts that I could. Meaning like in the ER, I work at a freestanding ER, so I do have a sleep room if I'm available to or able to. So I do have to utilize every single second and every minute that I can. But after everything was said and done, somehow I still managed to write 1975 that week. Even though my app count wasn't high, I still had a goal of getting something done, just anything at that point. And with everything else going on, as tired as I wanted to be and all the excuses I could have made, I still set a goal.
Yeah. I mean,
And I met that goal.
102
Yeah.
hours is like 20 hours, 5 days a week. You probably worked 6 days that week because I don't know, 102 divided by 6 days is like 17 hours a day. That's probably more doable.
I had one almost half day off. Thursday, I took most of the day off, but I worked that morning as well
Yeah.
of that week.
And you just had a baby not even a year ago?
She'll be 1 year on the 22nd. Wait for your invitation.
And for those of you who don't know Stephanie, she's a single parent. So yes, she does have some help with her family. But that's not easy.
Well, we also been through a lot, and I try to stay focused. It's not always easy at all. But with the family that we have here, with the Alleman group and the Fitz group, I mean, I don't even have any words to explain it. There's always support. Even when I feel like I've been away for a second, they always reach back out to me, 100%. And if you're new here, you're in the right place.
Well, thank you so much, Stephanie, for sharing. Appreciate it. You know, last week when I came back from, I know Mike was showing y'all pictures from our trip to South Dakota last week. And that was fun. But I came back and I was opening mail from the companies and from the carriers. And do you know I had 6 death claims last week? It almost blew me away. I was like, wow. Death is real, guys. And what we do is real. And when you start delivering and talking to your customers and talking to their family once their loved one passes away, it gets real for you. And so I don't ever take that lightly in our business. And I just want to remind you of that, because what we do is adding service and it's adding value to people's lives in a very big and real way. And purchasing a policy on yourself, having life insurance. I mean, Mike and I have probably 10 policies total on each other. And the Alliance has another policy on us, when Andy Albright put those premium finance policies on us, we thought, wow, I mean, he really puts his money where his mouth is, because, he took the top, I want to say 30 people or so in the company. And who does that? Like, it's a $6 million policy on me. It's a $6 million policy on Mike. It's crazy what he has done. And it just goes to show you the belief he has in the entire business. So we have some amazing products. I'm so excited about just everything that's going on, from final expense to whole life to child whole life, and just being able to open doors with people to help them in other ways. So if you're brand new, hopefully I encouraged you, hopefully Stephanie encouraged you. If you're going to the event this week, if there's any questions that you have, anything that you need, please let us know. Yeah, that outfit that Halsey has on is adorable. I'm sure she had a great July 4th. I hope all of you had a great July 4th, celebrating what we celebrate. It's the land of the free. That's what we celebrate here in our business. We celebrate that freedom, that autonomy, that ability to choose when we get to work, choose how hard we want to work. We actually choose how much money we get to make. And I think that's the coolest part of our business. Because you know what I learned very young? I was going to work harder for myself than I was going to ever work for anyone else, because we have control over that. So it can be a hard thing for some people, and it can be a great thing for other people. So we want to help you provide as much structure as you need, but give you the freedom to make as much and do as much as you want. How are we doing on time? Pretty good. Anybody have anything that they want to share from this week that might be an interesting story, or a sale they made, or a referral they received, or a death claim that they had, or something funny in the home, something you want to get out of the meeting this week? If you want to share it with us, unmute.
Hey, Michelle.
Hey, Johnny.
So yeah, I've gotten more referrals this week, like actual scheduled appointments with me than previously. So that's pretty cool. I've been focusing on that.
Do you feel like you're asking people each time, or how do you feel like it happened for you?
Well, I feel like it was a goal, so I've been writing it down for a while. And yeah, I feel like I've stayed in touch with my clients, better. That's one thing. Yes, I have been asking on pretty much every review I've done. I'll just ask, because not all of them are going to turn into new business. So,
I think that is super important. What I used to have, and I still have it today, is a checklist. When I'm doing a review, I have a checklist in front of me, and sometimes I'll get off the phone and I haven't done all my checklist. Well, that's why I have a checklist, because I'm not perfect. But yeah,
right.
I got to keep that checklist in front of me.
Yeah, and then for the event, I'm really excited. Like every year, it seems like it comes at the right time. I don't know if I would make it without the events, to be honest with you. So I think it's really important if you're new and if you've been here a while, it's a very encouraging experience, and you always come out of it, really motivated for at least another 6 months. So I'm just excited in general. Yeah, and then we go to another one.
And that is so true, because people wonder, well, how do you stay so successful, Michelle? How do you keep doing it? How do you stay so consistent? How do you do that? And it's because I have never missed a meeting in 14 and a half years.
Right.
And I mean, the most amount of meetings we didn't have was really during the pandemic. And that was difficult. We had Zoom, but it's not the same as being face to face and shaking someone's hand, hugging them, and just really getting to know, asking them questions one-on-one like that. Not even one-on-one, but even in a group, but just being face to face. It's such a big, huge difference.
Sure is.
And it is motivating. And once you start going to meetings, you don't ever want to stop. It is one of those things where it's like taking a shower. You're like, I got to take a shower, man. We all need it. We all need to clean up our brain, because our brain gets fogged up. Our brain gets fogged up in things that we tell it. Sometimes we don't tell it the right things, and we need to get all that cleaned out. So that's what the meetings are for.
Michelle, you said you wanted something funny. No. Yes.
What did I say? What's up,
Um,
Steph?
Yes, Stephanie. I said, did you say you wanted something funny?
Yes.
Okay, I was going to say, I love all of you guys. And if there's anyone new on this group, let you know that when you join this group, everyone makes you so comfortable and feel like a family, except for Jonathan's mustache. That's the only thing that's the only thing that's awkward about the whole group is his mustache. Otherwise, he's a great person to call, though. You can't see it.
But that's the only thing, Stephanie. We're pretty good then.
I love it.
Johnny has never
Love
just
all
had
of you.
a stash. We call it the
Sorry,
stash.
Johnny, I didn't mean to come at you. I had to.
We love you, Johnny. When he turned 30, he had to do that. And he's been having such great production weeks ever since. He won't change it. And people love it. I don't know. I mean, his customers just love him. And you heard him.
That's the secret.
That's it. He's getting more referrals. You know, sometimes we just got to change it up a little bit.
It's the stash. That's how it's happening.
That's it. That's it. I mean, Katie, I know you've been
Megan,
writing.
you can cue me later.
Katie, I know you've been writing some quite a bit of business. Maybe it was last week more. Anything special about your week or anything you want to share? Not mean to put you on the spot. So. Katie Williams. That's all right. If she may not be able to talk, she may be in an appointment. She may be driving, all of the above. So Mike, I want to ask you if you have anything going on that you need to announce. Okay. So a couple of weeks ago, we did have Gina Hawks come on, and she did an IUL, Index Universal Life Training. And what we want to do probably in the next few weeks, do a little bit more on that, get into how to quote it on the software and go through that with you guys. So we probably will do that, maybe not next week, but the following week. If you have specific training topics, love to hear that, would love to have you Slack me, let me know what you're wanting to hear. And other than that, we will see you guys at the meeting on Wednesday. And Lucas, I just want to give you a shout out, buddy. You did all the contracts. You're getting stuff done. We really would love to have you at the meeting in Dallas, but definitely understand if you can't make it. I know that it's short notice and you have a full-time job. So that's all good, but we'll be talking with you and getting you moved through the process, getting your first application written and getting out in the field. So guys, thank you guys for taking the time to be on the call. We appreciate all of you, and we will look forward to talking to you next week. Have a great evening.